Welcome, welcome. This is Becker Was Acted. Welcome once again to Cubyz. I'm still not sure how it's pronounced. I've heard some people calling it Cubyx and Cubyz. I've heard a bunch of things. They're all wrong. As far as I can tell, it's Cubyz. It has a vague Polish-sounding name. Not that I'm Polish or anything like that. But actually, I do have a little bit of Polish. That's not the point. Today we are going to play where we left off. And we have more besides. I just wanted to start by saying here is the opening. I've changed the opening to look like this because I just feel that the other one is just too ornery. And so we're going to be messing around with some graphics. I only changed right now one in-game graphic, which is the dirt. I made it back to Minecraft dirt. I don't think these guys are going to necessarily like that, but I like to do that. I don't know what else I will do with this game in future, but that's how it is. We're going to play it starting now. Let's see if it crashes. Yep, the game encountered errors. So let's get rid of that. It's done nothing but that, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, I've done a number of things since I was last on. I've got more treasure chests. I don't want to call them treasure chests. They're just chests. I'm going to flatten this area out, and as you can see, I need more dirt. And yes, this is the Minecraft dirt. Look at that. It doesn't jar too much with everything else, but it helps that I can see it a little better. There was a little bit of... It looked a little bit too much like this stuff, which is... what's it called again? Limestone. You know, I noticed... I've learned a bunch of things since last episode. I've learned, first of all, that if you look here, you'll see that stuff does not actually decay. You have to physically try to break that stuff. And I'm going to leave it, actually. Secondly, I discovered that items that drop tend to stay dropped. I went into the code and I looked up, or not the code, I went into the game save and I looked to see exactly where we're supposed to start. This is the starting position, and there it says 10:14, which is the first episode. That was 12 days ago. I'm going to take more. And then we keep seeing these popping up at inopportune moments. It's always melons, and it's always other things. Okay, like I said, I'm flattening this area out. We're going to flatten this area out because we might build some buildings. But we've got this. We'll explain what we got there. First of all, let me put this stuff away. This is kind of annoying. I don't know why I don't like the... I think here's the problem that I have with the text. Anybody wants to know what the problem is with the text? The text is a little bit too large for the mouse over text. And the text indicating how many of an item that there are in the slot is too small. I can barely see that says 13. And if I wasn't looking very carefully, I might think it said 10. Not important. Or maybe it is important. Here's all my leaves, which is why I've not been collecting leaves, is I'm going to need more chests for it. You got this for the dirt, and also the soil. I'm assuming the soil is needed for crops, but I can't figure out how to get crops. This for all the limestone. We need a lot of limestone because we're building this. And we got sandstone, which we don't find very useful, but we've got some just in case. We could use it for pillaring up and stuff like that. As I said, these are left as is. I could break them, but we're not going to break them. All right, that's it. I've also turned off the music since last episode. All right, so that's all we... we've done a little exploring, but not much, and I've discovered more things. We can... Well, over here, I broke through by mistake, and there was nothing underneath that. And I fell a bit of a distance. And then I only took, as you can see, I took 2 hearts of damage. Now the question is, 2 hearts of damage for falling that far. So I think that it's different. Here's base 1. We still don't have the bed, because they don't have beds yet, or because we weren't able to make a bed for whatever reason. And there's another room in there which is going to be for some other small things to do. Stairs have not been increased in that direction, but we are going to go down there eventually because of Chisel. We need a chisel so we can make the damn stairs. No stairs yet. What we're doing now is we're increasing what we have. I've made this a 2x3. And we're going to... I forgot to get those. Yeah. And then we stumbled on this, which I believe I've cleared out as much of it as I could. There have been a couple of other places. You go up here and you're not going to... Yeah. One thing we discovered is that we could jump as much as we will because we don't have... See, that's open to the sky. There's that. You see that? For those who don't know, that's what I used to use for breaking blocks in Minecraft, but it doesn't have a see-through, as you can see here. It doesn't see through at all. It's just a full color. So what I must assume is that doesn't work, and we're going to have to get rid of that. I gotta look up, see how far it is that we can fall without taking damage. And a few other things. So that's about where we are now. Now what we need to do here... Now I tried and tried to find out what to do about breaking the blocks. Faster, and I can't do it faster. I have, as it happens, a pickaxe that has some copper in the tip, so it should. You can see here it says 6.4 swings a second, and this is 2.9 swings a second. So yeah, it's very, very slow. And I'm told that this game will not be updating. I'm told that this game will not be updating until January. If I could do 1 episode a week, that means there's 8 more episodes at least before the update. Which means we'll be on episode 11 before we have 0.1.0 or 0.0.1 or whatever the next version will be called. We're going to do a bunch of things today. This is just make work at the moment. Won't take so long. So I've been watching other people's Cubyz videos, and there's a number of them that they join a server. And I was wondering if anybody wanted me to join a server. Oh, I didn't see that. Items don't break when they've been used up. They just... Getting some faster ones here now. I can't see a thing. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, there's no way to change the brightness of... There's no way to change the brightness of the game, of the... what's the word? Not the ambient background, but the... There's a word for this. If I had Minecraft open into... and had the shader options open, I could look up that word. But it's basically the background light level when there's no light. You know, I would really love to increase that slightly. I really like how this game has come so far, though, but I haven't had too much time to work on it. You know, I'm not one of those play game for 8 hours a day. And in any case, I've got to play Minecraft. I got like 3 separate Minecraft things going on right now. Or is it 2? No, it's 3. Because I have to edit... playing 2 new ones, but I'm editing a classic. Huh? Okay, I'm seeing things. I thought I saw stars, but I think that's just dust on my screen. Hold on a second. Oh, it is definitely dust on my screen. All right. Well, at least I can see what I'm doing. Imagine just walking down. Oh no! What is that? I love the fact that you can continue. You can walk away and then come back and work on it later. Oop. There we go. So eventually, this room, which is going to be used for storage and for we're going to move all of those over there. We'll probably do that off camera, but it'll all go in here. We've eked out the amount of space needed for the area. But now it's time, because it'll be daytime very shortly. You're going to see what we need to do here. What do we need to do here? What is this? Limestone bricks. All right, so let's see. Sandstone. Bloop. No dirt. Okay, so we need to move the ferrock. And we need to move the... Well, if we move the slate, we'll have to start a new chest for slate. We need slate for these things. These things use slate, and we use limestone for the walls. So ferrock... excuse me, is not so much. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to use the ferrock for something else. We're going to figure out how to do damage, or how to take damage, excuse me. So, okay, so we've got one. Fall off. No damage. Fall down 2. No damage. Fall down from 3. No And welcome to Till8413. Yo, what mods and add-ons do you use? This is pure vanilla 000. The official version, the official release, because that's what we were promised. That's what we were given. We've got 000, and it's well, it's the only changes we have made is a couple of title screen alterations, and we changed the dirt back to Minecraft dirt. I might add more add-ons, etc., etc., etc. If they could still work on later versions of the game. And by work, I don't mean it'll take months to update. My name is Till. One day I'll be. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That was a song, but YouTube changed it years ago for some reason. Okay, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Let me double check that this works. Yeah, I bounced a little bit. Notice I bounced a little bit. Let me see that again. Doing. It's like I sank into the ground a little bit. That's very interesting. Alright. Alright, so now we're doing 4. More bounce. You sink into the ground a little bit. Very interesting. Alright, next. And now we are out of these. Now it's what? 5? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. 5. A 5 height. Here we go. Still bouncing, no damage. Okay. Well, let's get more out, I guess. There's no point in... Yeah. I watched your last Let's Play and made a PR ambient moonlight for it because the darkness also annoyed me. Yeah, we definitely need something. Well, there's a lot of public relations, pull requests. There we go. A lot of damn it, a lot of pull requests for the game. What did I read? Something like 55, 56 of them. That's an awful lot. I don't know which ones are going into the game, but if they do, it's going to be a lot of changes by January. All right, here we go. This is for 6. Will he take damage at 6? Doing. No damage. All right, 7. 7, here we go. Still bouncing. Is it because it's this grass-like stuff? Should it be a rock hard? Should it be a rock hard brick and you're not going to sink into it? I don't know. I don't know, but 7. Or we're going to do something else. We're going to jump. We're not just going to fall off. We're going to jump. We're going to try to jump onto that. Still no damage. Well, we'll work on that some more later on. Meanwhile, this is an eyesore, and I put it right by the entrance, which was probably a mistake. We've also got to clear this out. Because we need some flat terrain. Oop. And after this, we're going to go downstairs, and we're going to start on looking for some iron, because I don't know where the iron is. All I've been able to do is find copper. And copper is nice. Oh, also, when you're doing this, you can fall through the ground by not looking at the ground. So what you have to do is you have to do this while doing this, which looks kind of silly. Crouch all the time while breaking blocks. That seems silly, but I can see it being necessary if you don't want to fall through into the bowels of the earth, or into the just the esophagus of the earth, or yeah, this should really be this graphic should really be different. I think it's supposed to see through so you can see the colors, and it's not doing that. So definitely a problem. Less fall damage is nice in a world full of giant caves. This is true. Giant caves are nice, but I want to know exactly how far you can fall exactly. I've been told by somebody else it's momentum based, so it's the speed you're falling and not the distance. I don't know how that would work. It's going to be a distance anyway, right? And then there's the question of whether or not you fall onto a block. Well, I don't know. This is being flattened out not because I have more buildings I want to build, but because I want this area to be nice and flat, and maybe we could do something. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to build a giant pillar. And that'll make it visible from most places, I think. But to do that, we need a lot of blocks. So that's going to be something. If I remember correctly, is it the time spent in air? Time. That makes a lot of sense, I think. But that might cause problems because, you know, in Minecraft, they have a flying on the server kind of thing. Sometimes they think you're flying on the server when you're not flying. It's just you went faster at a certain place. And so this could be abused. They could probably find a way to abuse it. And I'm down to my last pickaxe, but we have a lot of extra limestone. Time spent in air. Yeah, that's definitely something that could be abused. It really should be number of blocks fallen, but maybe it's more difficult to calculate that under certain circumstances. Like, where were you when you started falling, and were you not jumping? Because if you jump, then that increases your height. But it's only when you start falling is when the jumping becomes falling. And maybe to know exactly when that is might be a problem. I'm not a big programmer. I can do simple programs. I don't think I'm interested in doing any coding for Cubyz, even if it were simple. Anyway, knowing that you can fall 7 blocks is very interesting. We might be able to increase that. I'm going to have to remove that, though. It's Let's see, that's 28 blocks, I think. Yeah, that's 28 blocks I'm going to have to remove from those stairs. I'll probably be doing that off camera. Unfortunately, it's already quite late here, so good night. Okay, I'll see you around. 7 a.m., so that means you're in Europe, probably. Or England. I say England, I of course mean the UK. Because there is more to life than just England. I mean, there's more to life anywhere, really. I'm kind of disconcerted by how there's no in-game sounds. There's I ran out. There's in-game music that I've turned off because it's just stuff by Kevin MacLeod and stuff, and that gets really annoying after a while. All right, what do we got? We got all right, so we need 4 of these. Okay, so this is the normal thing, and so I keep thinking, if we add there, does it improve the durability? Yes, a little bit. But 1 durability at the expense of only 1 object, that's like nothing. We need to really improve this. Find some way of 40. That has less durability, does less damage, but can do more swings. This has more swings and no extra durability. And that adds that up to 52. But then we have questions like, can we do that? 62? Well, wait a minute now. That really is something. increased it. Wait, I put one here and it decreased the durability. 73 durability. That is awesome. Oh, that didn't do anything. That went down to 74. Well, wait a minute. I'm just trying to think of what would work best here. UK. Oh, you're Germany. UK goes 1 hour earlier. Yeah, that's I forget. I used to know exactly, but see, we're in the really annoying daylight savings time still. It's been extended, so I don't know when it ends. I thought it might be this weekend, but it probably isn't. We'll find. And it just happens. I have to go with it. All right. Well, we're gonna have to just make a decision here as to what works. Increased damage if I remove that. It's faster with that. That increases it. But then if I do that, it swings faster but does less damage. This is insane. I can't figure this out. Oh, that increases it. All right. I'm just looking for max durability possible. Oh, wait a minute. This is faster somehow. Oh, this makes no change at all, which means I'll just leave it like that. Okay, I think we've got it. I didn't want to use too much items, but we could get more items from just running this thing, kind of thing. All right, so what we got to do is we need to break this into 3 sections. This is very strange. You do this, you don't see the change, you let go, and then the change happens. Oh, it didn't happen. But that doesn't do it. And then you let go, then it works. But you can't do that while it's connected. So this isn't perfect. All right, so we do one of those, we do one of those. And then we use this for more of these breaks. This is kind of annoying because I don't know where I have to look. I have to think, okay, find limestone. There should just be a section for limestone and then see what it gets turned into with different options. And then we could say, okay, we'll do this one. Oh, and that reminds me, what do we got here? Are these all limestone tiles or are they something else tiles? See, there's no way to tell because there's no tooltip. But we can assume there's a tooltip. We'll just that's another thing. How do we do the whole thing at once? Just hold the button down? Oh, there it goes. Oh, I've just done all of them. There was no way to stop that. And for some reason I've got dirt. When did I get dirt? Oh, yeah, that's right. I broke dirt earlier. All right. Put the dirt down. Well, we needed to mess with the floor, and that's what this is the floor. This doesn't go much faster. I like slate. Yeah, I wanted to take all the different Minecraft graphics and use them all because they've got a few other ones, basalt and I think there's something like slate, but it's not slate. But anyway, the point is, having looked at everything, I was like, no, I think I'll just keep most things for in-game. But the dirt, definitely. And if we have blank stone, we could change that over. But we really don't have access to iron yet, so we can make chisels. That's our main objective. And we're going to start the objective shortly. Well, these are going faster, so it's sandstone. I wanted to change the sandstone over. I may yet do that. Have not done that, but I might. Alright, what do we got here? We got to put that back there. Yeah, it's too early in the adventure. As I was saying, it's too early in the adventure to do anything here. But since I've discovered that when you die, you keep your stuff, so it's like having that game rule on. What's the name of the game rule? Keep inventory. And I'm all for that in the early stages of a game. But I have absolutely no idea whether it could be improved upon. Yeah, I really need to fix this graphic. This graphic is no good at all. It's supposed to show what's behind. It's supposed to be like a layer thing where you can see what's behind it. So that was my fault. Oh, and that was the other thing. I wanted to check on this. Does this go all the way out to here? Then if so, I should have broken that. We're going to have a corridor down here or here perhaps. Going that way and that way. And then we could continue this regular corridor in this direction. But we don't have that yet. Okay, now I want to see. I got 100. Is it 110 or 118 torches? When I break this, as you can see, I get the block, or at least I think I got the block. Maybe I didn't. But you'll notice the number of torches did not change. What that means to me is it doesn't. Oh, that's no good. That's no good at all. The placing should be the same speed as the walking sideways, or forwards for that matter. I could do this, but it's not quite the same thing. Or I just have to press the button really fast, which I'm also not against. I mean, yeah, it was 118, now it's 117. But now what we know is that if this breaks... Oh, because you can't use a tool to break something that requires a different tool. So I have to use something that is neutral. This is very annoying. But it's early yet. If daylight savings was today, it's very funny because that means in half an hour it's going to be an hour ago. Or in half an hour it's going to be 30 minutes ago. I'll have to look into that. I still press 8 when I'm supposed to press that button. Still not used to that either. It's just a floor. I haven't done the walls yet. Don't know if I'll get to do the walls yet. Everything is just so unfamiliar, you know. All these nice... Reminds me of... There was an old mod for Minecraft that used to add lots of different stone types. Oh, wait a minute. There's also the problem. What the hell? Why did I place a workbench? This is just the starter base. It's not even the temp base, which will be later. You know, we start with... The best way to play a game is to start with a starter base, and then when you go find a better location, you can make a temp base. That's what you're going to have while you're working on the main base. That's always my best choice. It does mean it'll take longer to do things, especially if it's taking this long just to build a starter base just because of problems with breaking speed and stuff like that. I think what upsets me the most about this is... We're done with that. I think what upsets me the most is that looking at this, I can't tell what was used to make it. There's a little bit, like you can see a little bit of orange on this one, but for the most part, I don't know what the heck it is. Alright, so now, if indeed now is the right word... To use. Now is the word to use. Yeah, we need slate for this stuff. We wanted to make that stuff out of slate, not out of limestone. I don't think slate is necessarily better, but certainly we were making a lot of limestone. We need limestone for all those other things. It's better to use slate. So all right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to see whether we can find iron by travel. So, wait, do I still have more of these over here? Why do they have them over here? How did that happen? Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, I think that's it. Gonna do some traveling this way. And we're gonna go find some actual caves that we haven't been in. There's some caves that way I've been in. And I believe I've been in the whole thing. So we're gonna go looking for chisels this way. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna just dig down, straight down. We fall through lava. Or we could land in lava and nothing will happen to us. That is how early this game is. Oh, this is interesting. A flat treetop. Now you'll remember that we found a huge cave system this way, and I believe we've explored just about everything in that direction. We were going to make pathways, and we were going to make and flatten this out as much as we could. And as I've shown last episode, can't take damage on cacti, which is very good. But we're not here for the purpose of... I gotta take a drink. Hold on. We're not... Oh, and there's another thing I discovered. Is like time elapses even when you're paused. I don't know if time elapses in the game when you're paused. Or if it's just that the sun continues to move when you're paused. We were here, and you can see that because there's a torch over there. And I believe we've seen everything, but let's keep going this way to see if that's all lit up over here. And I have no idea what we're going to do about the water. Whoa! Hold on, we've been bamboozled with a crash. We're back. It wasn't a crash. What happened? I'm not sure what happened. I thought there was a crash. Nothing. Well, let me take a drink here. I'm not sure what just happened, but it wasn't a crash. But what did I press? All right, let's see what we got. Knowing that I can fall a greater distance is really, really helpful. It doesn't matter so much. There's the cobble. I wanted to change the cobble graphics back into what we had in classic vanilla, but now we're not going to do that either. Oh, we changed the gravel. Changed the gravel back to vanilla. Ooh, this takes a while. Not sure why I didn't get that stuff when I was here last time. Okay, I've not been this way. Let's see what we got over here. Pressed 8 again. I should have pressed dash. Up, there's more this way. Don't know if I could get up there. Definitely need to get through the hard way. Pressing 8 again. What the? That's another problem, is it sometimes places 2 torches, and that's gotta be a bug. I must confess, I love exploring. It's one of the reasons I play this game. We are looking for iron because you can't make a copper chisel. Okay, now they fell, but I don't know if I picked them up. I don't know where they are. I saw them fall. Okay, I picked up one, but where's the other one? I probably have to stand underneath where it was that it fell. Well, can't do anything about that now. This stuff is really needed. I'm talking like really, really needed. And I believe I could use the textures of my my ore textures from one of my texture packs from Minecraft, because I've got ore textures that are independent of the blocks beneath, so that should be possible, but I don't know how possible. I really can't say. And so far, all the these textures are good for copper, are for just making copper blocks, really. If there's anything else, I don't know what it is. I've been breaking a bunch of these, and I'm not getting them all. It says 4 now. It was 3, wasn't it? And I've broken like 3 of them, and... 105. 106. So I'm getting some of them, but I'm thinking that some of them are being lost when I break them. I think I'm going to stay away from that for the moment. No damage. Well, no further damage, I should say. Press wrong button again. If I remember correctly, the lighting is now, instead of 16 blocks, is actually 32 blocks. Well, let's check this again, because I want to make sure of this. We got 4. We break this. 5. Yeah, it's definitely... Okay, 106. Oh, that reminds me, we need more torches. That wasn't much. I can't wait until they add something like charcoal so that we can break, so that we can have a sustainable fuel source. But we're only using torches as a fuel source for the torches. So coal is not yet. I also love the fact that it's a block as well as, and it's a separate thing. That's a brilliant idea. They did a very good job there. All right, let's continue. We need to go as far down as we possibly can. And because we could just lose our stuff, or we don't lose our stuff if we get killed, then we can continue. Continue to just go wherever, because we're on the trail of, where does that go? That goes up. I don't think that's gonna help us in any real way. Let's go down instead. That doesn't do anything either. 119. We could do one more. If there's nowhere else that we could go, and that's another thing, we can run as fast as we want because we don't take damage from, we don't take hunger from running. So we can actually run all the time, which is much more incautious of us. I really want to go slower, take it a little safer. Because there's always the chance that we might get killed, but there's also the chance that we won't have the slightest idea what we're doing. This is kind of weird. A few places up here. Alright, so there's there, but that's not going to have anything. What about up here? Nothing there either. Okay. Maybe there's something there. I can't tell. Somebody said something about they wanted the crosshairs. This is in another video somebody did. That they wanted the crosshairs to be darker. And I can understand that. It's better than Minecraft, though, where sometimes I can't see the crosshairs because I'm looking at something gray and it inverts it from gray to gray, which is no good. Let's get some more torches. And so now we can have 3 more of these. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Is if I want to press, I can press 8 when I'm holding down Shift, but I can't press while holding down Left Shift that button, and so that's a problem. All right, this goes down. Lots of these babies. Oh, it's still going up. Yeah, this is no good. We don't want it to go up. Oh, wait, that's the wrong way. Whew. I'm not taking any damage. That is just amazing. Oh, but now I've trapped myself down here, and I can't get back up. So, time to start digging down. Straight down. What are we on anyway? -39. Okay. Digging straight down. Yep. We won't be able to do this very much in Minecraft, and we won't be able to do very much here for... We've only got till January. Slate. Well, we could use the additional slate, but I'm really hoping I break through into something here. Oop. Yeah, having to let go of buttons so as to push other buttons is not something you want to do in Minecraft. Especially if you're trying to shift-click something or shift somewhere for sneaking purposes. This is a very cavalier attitude towards this sort of thing. I don't think it's going to succeed either. Why, this just goes on and on, doesn't it? The crazy mad things that one will do to try... Oh, wait, what's this? What did I pick up? That's the white stuff. That's marble. I don't have very much marble, so this is nice. Hooray. We're almost at the 1 hour mark. Can't see anything now. Thank you. Wow. Now down to -102. So now we are further down than we could get in Minecraft without making a special data pack. I like the idea of this. I like the idea of this game updating every 3 months. Because if you're committed to making the game update every 3 months, then it's great. Minecraft, I don't know how often it updates exactly for new versions. It's like they almost have a new snapshot every week, but they go weeks without snapshots. But when it comes to a full version, I don't know. Is it every couple of months, every few months? Uh-oh. Hold on. We're on our last pick. Do I want to continue to be on our last pick? We might get trapped down here. Because if we get trapped down here, then our only recourse is to have to dig out. Yeah, we're going to go for it. There ought to be a button for kill self. There ought to be a button for kill self or die without doing anything kind of thing. That would make sense to me. Come on, fall through into something. Fall through into something, or I'm going to have to do something about that. Down to negative 165 below. That's very cold. I should put a jacket on. Last couple of days it's been cooler outside near where I live. I'm very happy that it's cooler. And I also don't have to have the air conditioner on. Is also a very a nice thing. Although, yeah, now we're going to have to put the heat on, and that's going to cost money. Everything costs money. You put the heat on, you have the air conditioning on, you have this on. But I held off as long as I could without putting the heat on. But yeah, last night it was supposed to go down to maybe in the 30s, or is it tonight it goes down to maybe in the 30s or something? Yeah, see, I can't tell what these things are. I look at them and I'm like, is that slate? Is that something else? Is this marble? It wasn't marble. Glaciite. Now, I've never seen glaciite, so I must assume that this is something new. Maybe it's a prelude to falling somewhere. Negative 192. All right, so that, oops, this is the button. 2 more swings should be enough. 1, 2. Nothing. So Gonna have to use slate on this. Let's see if that works. $82, that's not bad. What happens if I add to these? 83, 84, those aren't worth doing. I don't really want to do those like that. But you see, the thing is if it goes 86, yeah, see, so some of them, if it's only a change of durability of 1, then perhaps it's better not to do it. All right, so we'll try that. They look different, I'll say that. All right. We now resume digging down from negative 197. Oh, wait a minute. We now resume digging down from negative 198. Maybe what we can do, if it's not going to allow for a transparency, and maybe what we could do is do dithering. Do dithering for the breaking block animation. Also, I have to change it back to 16 because I mistakenly am running this at... I'm running the graphic for it at 64 because I was using my 64 texture pack for that. Now down to negative 221. I'm going to have to fall into a big area and get killed. And then I'll reappear, presumably. That goes all the way up. I can't even see if it goes all the way up. It just seems to get brighter and brighter, and then maybe and then I don't know what happens. There's no way to zoom in because I don't have a spyglass or anything. A zoom command. If there was a zoom thing installed in Cubyz, an add-on or a mod or something that allows the zoom key. Here we go. Boom. And there we go. I've reappeared right here, right now. It sounds like a line out of Naruto. I haven't even finished watching Naruto yet. But we've gotten back. And so, yes, you can fall to your death now over there. So I now have a faster way of getting home. And of keeping all of my stuff. But it does say you fight of doll damage. I've been damaged by a doll. I tried to wind it up too much and it wet the bed. And got electric shock. Alright. So I got 109 marble now, which is more than I had. And I got some glachity. Glassity. It's glassity. Okay. What am I trying to do here? We need somewhere to put everything else. Everything else. Oh, we need everything frickin' else. We are running out of room, so we... Wait a minute. What the hell? Could have done that the whole time. What was this? Gravel. I don't have much for gravel. And a lot of slate. Boy, do we have a lot of slate. We got to chop down more trees, I fear. All right, let's go back. Let's see what we got for this. $49 logs. We need more logs. Well, no iron yet. We did break through, but we have no way of having broken through to do anything about it. I'm going to go up here and break some trees. Need them logs. Let's see where I am. Yeah, we need an incentive to not die if this sort of thing happens. Alright, let's see here. Right. Yeah, I can see what I'm doing. Need to... One of the big problems we have is when I press the button to hold the torch in my hand, the torch does not light up. Now, it doesn't light up in Minecraft either, but if you've got shaders, then it will light up if you have it set to do that. So this is a definitive problem. Yeah, right underneath here somewhere. I think this is it. Right around here there's a huge ravine, and I haven't gone down there, but it's just nothing but a couple... There's a couple of trees, actually, but I've sealed the whole thing up. Alright, what's this? This is more cactus. It's also weird to break the bottom of the cactus, but the rest of it is still there. But right now the biggest problem we have is, besides the fact that we can't get very much iron from the surface level, and we don't know how far we're supposed to go to get iron, or where we're supposed to go to get iron if it's a special biome. The problem... No, what was I saying? Besides all that, the fact that there's the problem... I say I've lost my train of thought. But there's no way to plant no way to plant trees. No way for the trees to regrow. So it feels like just destroying the environment, really. You know, that's why I really shouldn't play the game too much during 000, and I should wait until... Oh, we got Minecraft is here! Yay! Happy fall death! Happy fall death to you. I'm the fall guy. Glad you didn't use your marbiles. Marbiles. Marbleze. Miriam Marbleze. I should get some torches out here. See what we're doing. What are we doing? We are going crazy is what we're doing. There's another hole around here somewhere. I guess I should look for it. Oh, I wanted to see what was up there, because there's a light up there, and I wanted to see what it was. Or is it a light? Wait, I've gotten turned around. Alright, I remember building that, so that's not the problem. Tells me which way to go to get back home. Ah! Rewarding exploration. But I'm really just looking for a place where you can... Really just looking for a place where you can have... Or find some iron. Because I want to make stairs. I can't make stairs. I should be allowed to make stairs. Even if you can't find iron. I mean, even if you can't find iron, you should be able to make stairs. I'm giving this game a chance to provide me with the means of obtaining iron. And if it doesn't... I gotta get around this. Maybe I could pillar up? Ugh. Don't want to pillar up. Let's put something here to indicate I've been here. No, it goes over here. That's as far from home as we've been in this direction. If I had stairs, like or a ladder, you know, for better exploring, we need ladders. So whatever pull request it is that adds ladders, I really hope that they come through on that. Oh, that was weird. I was like holding onto the block. This bouncing around on grass is really funny. Doing, doing, doing. Really, really funny. And look at just how uneven everything is. It's like an Enderman has been here. Pfft. La-di-da-di-da. Nope. Nope, cannot figure for the life of me out. This is a terrible place. This is just terrible. It's terrible. Why would anyone want to explore here? It's not very flat. We need better terrain. This is better over here. Got a custom pickaxe. All pickaxes are custom. All of them. You make them, and it doesn't make any sense as to how they are made. I tried to make a better one earlier in the video, and I don't know if it did good. I'm trying different things out. I don't know what works best. I'd have to write my results down in order to have some kind of idea. That is a bad direction to go. Don't go that way. We were going this way. We could go back that way again. But I gotta drop off my stuff here before we go on our little mission here. Alright, so this and this. What? Alright, put it there. I don't care. We need to do something with the extra slate, though. We're gonna have to make a... You have to make one for slate. All right. Oh, I wasn't done putting everything away. Rip. Also, I don't want to keep the sandstone here either. Where is the sandstone? There is the sandstone. Put half of it away. Alright. I love the fact that you can just run and run and run and run and never get tired of running because there's no food problems, no hunger bars. You have to worry about running into cacti in the middle of the night or falling into lava. Okay, we've been that way, we looked that way. I wanted to look this way to see if there was anything in this direction specifically that I haven't been at. And now I got to make sure I don't fall through my near infinite, not infinite, obviously. The fall death thing. I think a nuke went off in the bowl of that mountain. I don't know whether this is necessarily better. I think I've been in here. We'll see. We'll see if I've been in here. It's all connects though, so maybe I've been in here. Doesn't seem to be anything I could really, there's more. More slate, but I've got plenty of slate where my main base is at. Yeah, I've left this game AFK with the pause screen or the pause screen on, and it still is not paused. The time still elapses. That doesn't look like much of a cave. Sing ho for the open highway. Every time I do this to look at my stuff, it says I died of fall damage. That's great. These are annoying. You break the you break it and it stays. Unlike, as I said, when you have a torch and you break it and the torch vanishes and you don't get it back. This is still here and you can break it and still get it back. That's inconsistent. What went into programming that? I have no idea. What was the thinking behind that kind of thing? I have no idea where we're even going. Well, what I should do, I should make something, and we'll do it right here. And now that I know we could just make this out of this. Well, that's another thing. You can't hold it down and then push. You still have to do it the old way, which is annoying. All right, so this goes this way, so we have one here and one here. And that tells me that's the direction you have to go. I realized that we could just do this. And by the way, I want to be able to turn off those coordinates, but we're early in the game. Turning off those coordinates is not going to be very easy to accomplish. We are here. It's very bright for a cave. How far down do you gotta go before you can find anything of note? Now, if I go down there, I'm not going to get back up for any time soon. No damage yet. And I got to press that button with my left hand. Maybe I should put the torch on the left side of the bar. I might have to. There is an open space that I don't know anything about. That's an open space. Okay. Okay. So we're at -6. And this goes really deep. We want to go as deep as we can. All right. Nothing. So we need 3 more. 1, 2, 2.5. Yeah, these caves are very they're different, but they're not all great. A lot of them are just these little spheroidal carvings in the whatever. There's nothing here. All right, let's try over here. Nothing. Did I miss something? Oh, there's one over here. Weird to just see cobble and you could just say, hey, we want cobble. Let's have some cobble. And then we've got cobble, but the... It's so weird to just see cobble by itself. I'd like to have a vein miner-like mod. But any mod that we add to the game has to be updatable. That is to say, it has to work with the game and continue to work with the game through updating. Otherwise, it'll stop working, and then I won't want that. It's weird that I have to get cobble this way and not with any other way. 16's enough, I think. All right, we need to go here. Once again, I pressed 8 instead of dash. Oh, there's a down. Spelunking-rific. Oop. Nothing to see here. How many? 110 or 118? I think it's 118. I just can't see those numbers very well. We need bigger numbers. There's no way to change this to make this bigger. We can make this bigger. And we can see the numbers that way, but I want to see that for the hotbar. There's also the fact that this... It doesn't line up directly with this. We need something that's official. Maybe you could change it, but we should be able to... Come on. That was my fault. That's not the game's fault. So we've been down to the -30s and we have not found anything. Okay. See where this goes. Once again, pressed 8. By the way, I really love the fact that you got more slots in the hotbar. What we need is a... This is 12 wide, which is awesome. This ought to be 12 wide by 3 wide, but by 3 tall. So we have 36 slots with the rest of the inventory. And then a chest should have 36 slots. Regardless of whether they're going to do double chests, we definitely need a 36 slot chest. I would also like to be able to go beyond 128. At this, I just read that you need at least a stone pick to mine iron. Yeah. These are all stones. Yeah, these are all stone picks. It just says pickaxe, but it's obviously stone pickaxe. And this is a copper pick, so it should be better than a stone pick. Should be, not is. I don't know anything about copper, but I know that copper isn't doing very well in Minecraft, so how good can it do over here? Okay, now where were we? I guess we were going that way. They don't want us to go up that way, do we? They want us to go there. Oh, whoa. I gotta block that off. I don't have anything good to block it off with. Use sandstone. There. Sandstone has some use, I think. Nope. Uh-oh. We have... Okay, we can still get up, so that's something. More gravel. I love that I'm using textures for Minecraft, but it's like... Can't use them all for Minecraft. Slate does... Well, slate is the closest thing to regular stone. Maybe I could turn that into regular stone. I don't know. It just says slate. I'm fine with that. This is a huge area, or at least it looks huge because of the lighting, but there is some light that does show the ceiling, I guess. Very big ceilings. That looks like a shaft of some kind. Oh, and it goes from over there. I'll have to come back some other time. Here's one that goes down. Oh! Alright, that was rather incautious of me. What are we down to? Negative 85. Is that enough? Do we gotta go down to like 200 or something before we can find... I don't know. If slate is regular stone, then we need to use the regular stone graphic from Minecraft. Okay, I can't get back up here. Pressing this button, not that button. I don't know if there are emeralds in the game. I know there are a lot of different blocks in the game, but I wouldn't know where the emeralds are. They'd have to be really deep, at least 500 deep, is my guess. Dead end. And this is going up. You don't want a cave that goes up. You want a cave that goes down, like this. Oh, but I've been there. It's really been an hour and 30, hasn't it? That's just something. Alright, so that's nothing. We'll have to go through here. Right. Dead end. Let's see where this goes. Still going up. Going up is not a word I want to... Whoa, it's a big open area. Or at least you think it is. It's a very big open area. Okay. Promising at the very least. Alright, we got 5 more. We need 5 more. Uno. Dos. Tres. Without a trace. And 5 is. Right. Pushing that button off from the side. Oh, this is... I don't know what this is all about here. Can we just go this way? No. Wasn't supposed to break that one. Here we go. Press the wrong button again. I just want to do this quickly, you know. This isn't about trying to avoid monsters. This is about just getting from one place to another quickly. Running is no good if you have to do a lot of jumping. Yeah! I see. Alright, where were we? We were going this way. Why does it keep doing that? I'm only pressing it once. What's this stuff? Is this the red stuff? Oh, it's limestone? It's funny to call it limestone. It doesn't even look green. Yeah, wait. 21 limestone. Yeah, definitely limestone. Can't go that way. Maybe we could go up there. But that's where we came from, actually. That extra having to let go of my arrow keys just to press the direction keys, just to press the torch button is very disconcerting. I'm gonna have to get used to doing these things differently, I think, from now on. Holy fragaroli, there's a huge... I don't know if you can see it on the video, but there's definitely a really eerie glow in that direction. I might be able to take some damage if I fell that way. But I don't know how to get there. I mean, how to get down from here. It's very deep. I don't know if there's anything down there that I could get. What are we at? Negative 30. Yeah, it's not necessarily going to give me anything we need. Okay, let's try this way. Back to the smaller holes, but that's all right. You'll never have a bucket to E in. Ooh, that's Speaking of E, that looks kind of yellowish. It probably isn't yellow, but it looks like it could be. Oh. Well then. What have I got for objects and things? This lighting is just so... It's so awesome, but at the same time, it's a little deceptive. You go somewhere and you're like, that looked yellow. That is not yellow. Oh, look at that. If you can I turn off the UI so you can see it a little better? The level of detail in that, it's like really awesome. But let's light her up anyway. Yep, did it again. Too far down that way. The Lost World of Roy Rama. Whoever he was. Well, I can see the ceiling a little bit better now. It's too big. It's just too big. I can't get anywhere. Ah! There's no way. There's no way I could get down there, survive, find some iron, and then find some way to get killed so as to come back. This looks like it's going to just be part one of a two-parter in which I fail to get the iron we need. Part of me is thinking I should just cheat in some... I just need enough for one chisel. But no, I want to earn it. I want to earn the chisel. I want to earn the iron. I earned an iron earn. I have to do it. Can't just go around cheating stuff. But I feel like it's impossible. Yeah, well, what do we got here? We got 120 of those. We got 84 of those. Let's get more. Now I could get 4 of these. 1. Also 1. Another 1. And yet another 1. I'm going to have to put torches on the left somehow. I am not going to be... I'm going to still press 8. And I have to press 1 now. That is so weird. Alright, let's go. We got this. There we go. Another... Maybe this will take us somewhere. Awesome. Also, it didn't drop. I didn't get any. Now I got 2. I still have to let go to press 1 because I'm using my one finger on the W key. This is no good. I'm just going to have to get used to dropping it. That's all there is to it. Or just get used to pressing the buttons at very inopportune moments. Gravel doesn't fall either. Oh, I'm way up here. I don't like that I keep going way up here. I need to not be way up anywhere. Do they even have buckets yet? We could go this way. We can't go this way. Okay, we'll do this. All right. La di da di da 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 da. Yep. Whoopsie. Nothing. Nothing. We're down to negative 65 or so. La di da di da. I don't know where this is. I can't see it. All right. I'm going to try and head back now. No, wait, we can't try to head back. We still got this area. Man, this just goes on and on. So 3 months until or 2.5 months or about 2 months until January, at which point we get a new. You know, there might be something over there. I don't know why I didn't get there earlier. All right, there isn't, but at least it was worth a shot. Like I said, let's start heading back if we can. Having to wait till January for the next update. What does anybody else think about this? If anybody else is watching this. This is one crazy game. I might get back by January without getting killed. Situation guarantees someone will make an iron mod. Yeah. Unless we have sensible people who play the game, who will be like, we're willing to wait. I am not a very sensible person. Not that I'm impatient. I gotta find out what's down there. Maybe I am impatient in that sense. Did it again. Gotta be a bug in the game somehow. But as to why I have to bear... Oh, that's dead end. Whoa. While I'm willing to admit that's good, this is not good, and I've now run out. Having to get up from here, gonna be impossible. Well, we got gravel. We should be able to place gravel. And we are running out of stuff to build with here. Just get. I don't want to do that again. Let's see, this goes somewhere. Nothing. When everything gets a little crazy like this, it affects me. I keep thinking that it's regular terrain that we need, not what we've got. But it really is something. Okay, so now I need 5 of these. How far down are we? Negative 86. All right. This is difficult to get down. Okay. Still nothing but copper. Although I have to look a little more carefully because sometimes the green doesn't appear, and so I start thinking, hey, maybe this is iron. Uh-oh. Oh boy. If only they just let me build ladders, that would have been just so helpful. Give me ladders. Dead end. Sort of saw some green tinges on those ceiling ores a minute ago. Well, exactly. How did I get up here? See if we can head back. If we can't head back, that'll be even more interesting. Pardon me, I gotta take a drink. I've been like I've been like 30 minutes without a drink at least. This game needs 3 hands to play it. 1 for the mouse and 2 for the keyboard. Maybe if they can make a smaller keyboard or something. Or I don't know. How am I going to get... Wait, what I could do is this. Alright. But then... How did I... Nah. Alright. Or mostly right. I'm going to have to relearn how this is done, how to play the game. A game with no monsters at the moment. Except the caves are monsters. The cave is the monster. You must defeat the cave, but... I don't know. I got to get out of here. I don't care how I get out of here. I got to figure out how to get out of here. Just... Ugh. Alright. I think this is the way I'm supposed to go. I think I am wrong. What's this? Some kind of side path. Yeah, you see blue. Well, it didn't look blue. It looked blue earlier. So I gotta go that way? Nope, it's a dead end. Not been here before. Or rather, not a dead... Oh, here's another thing. Look at this. There's 2 torches in 1 block. What is this? What do we got? A multi-block going on here? I gotta get out. I don't care how I get out. I gotta get out. I was up there. I don't have a way to get back up there. The claustrophobia simulator. Well, well, I guess anyone could be claustrophobic in real life. I don't know. It's big open spaces. Which way did I come from? Let's try this way. I think this was the way we're coming from. We might be wrong. I might be going the wrong way. That looks like it. All right. Not a complete disaster, but we have not found any iron. How far down do we gotta go to get iron? I don't know. If it's 300, 400, 500 blocks, this is another... Why? Why? Alright, well I could generally see the outline of everything, and I can see that there doesn't seem to be... Let's check up here. Yeah. Is that where we came from? Up there? Doesn't seem likely. I would love to make a home up on a wall of a huge cavern, like, oh yeah. But it's so difficult to mine everything out. It takes so long without some decent iron tools. Not sure what happened there. Oh, that was a hole. I remember that. Okay, so this is the way out, I think. Or rather, so I would be inclined to think. It's not the way out. I have to get down from here. I do not want to take damage if I can help it. But how did I get here if that is... Oh, did I... No, wait. Why doesn't this look right? How did that get like that? I placed it there, but how did I get there? This is the wrong way. This must therefore be the right way. This must have been the way I came in, somehow. But then we run up against this. Okay, we've been down there. We've gotten to see more of it. But this isn't the way we came in then. What's over there? Ah, wait a minute. This might be something. No, this is how we got into this area. Becoming lost. Yeah, we don't want to become lost. Overlooking the future mobs. I don't know what kind of mobs we're going to have in this game. That would be weird, huh? You know, let's have... Imagine if they just decide to make different kinds of color creepers or something. That's got to be the way I came in, but it isn't. Is it? This is going to drive me crazy. Now that looks like I placed that when I was walking this way, which means this is the way that I went and it was a dead end. Did I come from this way? Oh, yeah. I came from that way. Okay, good. He remembered. Does it say what biome you're in? Biome, cave/sky. No, it doesn't say a thing. Particle count. I remember that. No, wait. I went to this and then it was a dead end and I turned around. Well, I'm not going to place any torches in that direction because it'll just confuse me further. Must have been from up here. I would be lost forever. Yeah. There's that again. But that's That means I did get up here from here. I had to have gotten in from this direction. Right? That's a dead end. That's a dead end. That up there is a dead end. Therefore, this has to be from whence. From whence is, of course, a bad construction in the English language, means from where. I went that way. Try making stairs of copper. You have to use a chisel to make anything that's stairs. To make stairs, you need a chisel. To make chisel, you need iron. Copper can be used in tools, and it's pretty good with tools, but you have to use anything else you can make with copper is just a block of copper. Is the game saying we are too heavy for anything but iron to hold us up? Well, right now I'm being held up by the terrain, which has got a terrain-shaped gun in my face. I'm missing something, and I don't know what it is. Some pathway I should take that I did not take before. I went that way, and that way was disaster. I will go this way, and this is the way into that. So this is not it at all. I am mistaking and overlooking something really big. I don't know what it is. Did I fall somewhere? Do torches extinguish after a while? Yeah, there really should be iron elsewhere. Does this go somewhere? Alright, that's not down there. That's up there. That's a positive sign. But then that's not lit up there. It's a good thing I brought some apples with me. Chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Well, can't do anything with them. The under gnomes. What's an under gnome? What's this? All right. I have to stay near the torches, or else it's not going to work. That's a dead end. Maybe this is not a dead end? Oh, here we are. Here we are. I remember this. Or maybe I don't remember this. No, it just brings me back up here again. Ah! That's not it. That's not it. How do I get up there? That has to be the way up. Yeah. I feel like this is the right way to go. But this is a dead end. There's no way out from here. This goes to here, and then it stops. And then I went down from here, I think. I couldn't have gotten up from here. I'm going to just dig out. Where are we? You see, those numbers mean nothing to me. I mean, sure, we got the number of the... We're in negative 30. That is too far away from the surface. Okay, let's... That's me going down from here. And so I started up from here. Which is here. But the thing seems to have sealed up. There's no way to go this way except a little ways, and then it stops. I didn't fall from above. That's not a hole in the wall. This hole was designed for me. Oh, wait. This is first person view. This is not third person view. Time to dig straight up. There's keep inventory. Yes, I know there's keep inventory. Thank you very much, and welcome to the stream, Cubyz 303. I happen to know there is keep inventory, but I can't jump properly with this thing. Can't see the thing. The iron's got to be deeper than I've been looking. I just need to find a cave, or I need to just dig the stairs down. I'm going to have to do that off, or not the stairs, but the blocks that are not stairs in my base. I'll just have to keep digging down like that. Oh, wait. We've come through with something. Yeah, oh, I've been lower than negative 100. Right now we're at negative 5. That is where we came up. I have absolutely nothing to go by. No idea which way is home. Ah. All right, that's an edge. Because I find it everywhere. Well, are you looking for it in the dev version, or are you looking for it in 000? Because it's possible that 000 doesn't have it, and it's just in the dev version. Which, if that's true, that's a very sad... What am I doing here? This is good. This is near the surface, right? Got some dirt? Yes, sir. That goes down, however. All right. Okay. What, if anything, do we got the most of that we can do? The slate, but I want to keep the slate for that purpose. Well, if we have to do cobblestone, we only need one cobblestone to take home. Sandstone is something we could utilize. It should be in 000. I was just playing an Ash Frame, the server, and that's on 000. I found a few pieces of iron after 10 minutes or so. Good. When I say I find it everywhere, I was exaggerating, but that's super uncommon. Well, I'm not in the most common of builds. It's mostly mesa. It's mostly a mesa biome, and I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have so much. Oh, what's the? Oh. All right. What's going on here? Why was it increasing? There's a bug with a certain item that if you break it under certain circumstances, I don't know them, that you actually get if you break it under certain circumstances, that you could get 65,000 of them. Never seen that myself. That's some dirt. That's a positive sign. There we go. But how will I find my way back? That's the question. IIRC, Quantum, the main developer. That's Quantum Developer. Call him Quantum, the main developer, when his name is Quantum Developer. That works, I guess. Said that right now ores are only varied by depth. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's very believable and true. Have to limp back home. No, we don't. We can run. Well, we can also fall in there. We don't have to worry so much about falling anymore. Alright. For some reason I think it's this way. That's a big mountain. I love the fog levels. The fogs are just about right. I would, however, prefer if I could see in the greater distance without the fog being too much. And so a little bit of fog is okay, but a lot of fog, like you got like the peaks that are over there, which you can't see from here very well. Okay, I gotta see if I can find my way back. I think it's this way. No, it's not that way. Just make a ladder down to negative 300. Yes, exactly. Why should we make something that we don't have any means of making? That's the other thing, is that this terrain, there's only a few things here and there that we can have. I think it's this way. I think that's the way we have to go. Let's see. I position, I velocity, I coyote. I coyote? Wait. Does it say which way we're facing? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is north. We're going north. Okay. I think it's north. If nothing else, I can head to 0, 0. If that's north, though, well, never mind. Alright, well, let's... Well, I could find my way back because of, just get killed somehow. But I would really prefer to be able to find my way back without having to do that. I gotta learn to navigate the place. This is about exploring, not about semi-cheatiness. The coal industry must be doing well in this world. Or maybe the whale industry must be doing coal in this world. They're doing something. Alright, here's a big open area. Nope, not familiar. We were not here. We're heading back. We have to find our way back one way or another. Well, while I'm here, it might be a good idea if I chop down another tree. Wait a minute. Oh, we've got 4. All right, wait a minute. X, that's what we need. Alright, so what happens if we do this? Goes up to 72, okay. Then what happens if we do this? Goes up to 82, okay. Then what happens if we do this? 84, no. Alright. What kind of trees are those? Oh, those are baobab. We got baobab planks. Now, I'm used to baobab trees in the Lord of the Rings mod from 1.7.10 on Minecraft. They have some rather squat. They don't here, but they usually have a more squat, thicker appearance. I'm not sure why they're called baobab. It's not really the point. Okay, so that wasn't it. Let's try this way. Okay, I don't think I was there. There's no holes. There's a hole over there, but this isn't it. This isn't where we were. There's that way, and there's up there. Up there might be our only recourse. Well, this definitely looks familiar. Might not mean anything. In search of Wozat Vale. Okay, now that is I've seen that before. So I'm going to head this way. It's going to be nighttime, though. We're going to have to stop during the night. I don't know. What's this? It's a different level of... I don't think I was here. This does not look familiar at all. The hole was familiar, but cave was familiar, but I don't remember this. We'll head up to the top of here and see what we can see. If there's anything that lights up in the distance, then we'll know that it's something that we've been to before, which is why I'm not lighting anything up now. I don't see a thing. Oh! That looks like grassland in that direction. Can barely see the green. I don't know if it really is green. Well, we got green over here. Wait a minute. There's the hole from before. So that would tell me that this is the way to go. But I doubt it. I gotta see what's in that direction. You know what I should do though? I should place something up here to indicate I've been up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and instead of lighting up in a direction, just have it go straight up because I don't know which direction to go from here. So at the very least, I'll have some idea of something that lit up, and I should be able to see it in the distance, but maybe not. Stone pickaxes and wood pickaxes both suck. It's better to have a mixture of both. Yeah. Yeah, stone ones are better overall, but the problem is you have to have a wooden handle. I don't really understand the mechanics in full. Somebody else will eventually make something about that, and we'll have some kind of web page or something that'll explain what's best. I don't want to make something that where if I add, for example, a slate, that it causes it to only increase the durability by 1 point, because slate is 1 point by itself. That is not one I've been to. I already can't see that. Should have made that taller. Yeah. Hope anyone could see anything from here. I can't really turn up the gain on anything. I just hope you can just see what it is. Maybe if I turn the UI off, you can see better. I don't know. I'd light up with the torch if I could. Weird, walking on top of a cactus. At last, we have found a place that has a lot of trees. That is a big, huge open area. And it's something that I wish that we'd spawned in the first place. This mesa has been hell to navigate through. And I couldn't find one of these things in the first episode. This huge green area. It is difficult to see, but this is obviously not the direction we need to go. So we need to go back there. Find... I'm going to just climb mountains, I think, until we find it. Until we find anything indicating where we've been and where we can go. Best way is to climb a mountain. Other than that, there is no lighting in this distance, in this area. None. None whatsoever. Alright, well that's obviously where I don't want to go. Unless what I'm looking for is on the other side of that. So we'll head this way, I guess. Feels like you'll need to make beacons, tall pillars with torches on top on each side. Well, I need to make beacons to know where to go. But if I need one now and I don't have one, that's my only beacon I have. That's on top of a mountain. I can't do that now, though. I don't want to confuse myself by having a bunch of these things. What is this? More slate? Oh, it's more limestone. Limestone, dear limestone. That's a Monty Python reference. People will not remember it. Mighty Python had a lot of references, a lot of things that they said and did, and nobody remembers them. You could run by holding control, doubles your speed, has no drawbacks. Yeah, that's true, but I don't feel like it. I'm going to fall into big things like that because I can't see. It's nighttime. I want to see what I'm doing at night. And I don't want to go too fast and too far and fall into something. As that's happened to me at least twice so far since I started playing. And I'm going to say, don't take damage. You don't have to worry about taking too much damage. You can fall a certain distance. So what? So what? If I want to walk a little more slowly, I will. It's not that slow. I mean, there's a certain amount you can run around at. I just don't want to get too far ahead of myself, you know? I also have to see what I'm doing. And it's hard to see in the darkness. See, I could have fallen down that. I haven't been there. There's no torches there, so I'm not going to say, hey, here's a landmark we can look at. La da 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 da. Okay, nothing seems to be lit up around here. We got a flat area over there, but that doesn't mean anything, does it? That's more of the trees that we've seen earlier. The biome that we've been to. Getting light out, so now we can see what we're doing. That doesn't... It would have to be that way, probably. A lot of probablys around here. Alright, now we can see what we're doing. We can resume going faster. There is a drawback. There's always drawbacks to everything. Okay, so this was not it. Is that where the hole is? I haven't gone this way. Maybe the hole was on the right side. Well, there's a hole over here, too. Looks interesting. What is it? Another hole. Race fast, safe car. Yeah, see, now this looks more familiar, but I really can't gauge the familiarity of any terrain that looks a lot like other terrain we've already been to. What I need is existing beacons that I've already placed. This is a little too open. I don't remember any of this. Can't be this open. It must cost a fortune to build roads there with all the bridges and tunnels that would be required. There's no roads here yet. I don't think I could make a roadblock. Let's see. 3. No, they didn't do that yet. There's nothing there. Can't be in that direction. Can't be over here. Okay, those are too high up to have been seen before. That's not one we're familiar with. No, this isn't it at all. I might have to just give up. Start somewhere else or get killed. I'm going to have to just take advantage of getting killed. Because I don't know where I am. All right. Here we go. How much it going to do? 4, not bad. Just need another one like that. Well, let's just go back up and do the other 4 hearts of damage the other way. Why are there only 8 hearts of damage instead of 10? It's time to jump. Yumpin' Yiminy. Four was a good number, and 4 will be another good number. Here we go. Push! Ta-da! back at base. Box of software. Flash the message. Something is out there, floating in the summer sky. And we have failed in our unfortunate quest. Fall to death in a cluster of iron, lol. That would have been something. It is not the something that you want it to be, but it is a something regardless of what it is. I haven't got any room for anything here. Well, there were 2 deaths today. I should keep a log on how many deaths there were. I want to have as few deaths as possible, and so therefore I should get lost as least as possible. Why not? Dun 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 dun. More exploration will be needed. I will need to make a map of the place. That's going to be tough. 3D maps are always a problem. Can't make a... I have to take screenshots of everything. What's the screenshot button again? Is it F2? No. Turns off my pick. F3? No. F4? No. F6? I gotta look it up. Full screen. There's no screenshot button. I know there's a screenshot button, or at least I think there is. Oh well, never mind. Well, what have we accomplished here? Not very much, really. Not accomplished very much, but that's how it goes. I found one dirt. Limestone has not been very good to me. Nothing's been really good to me today. Can't find anything here. Well, days are coming to an end at this place. Basically, I'm trapped in here until I can find a way out. And I can understand where I could go and what I can do. And that's just not going to happen right now. We'll spend a little bit while you're dismantling the stairway. Because I've discovered I've gone up 7 blocks, and I really don't want to fall any more than 7 blocks. Okay, yeah, well, that's another thing we need. We need more of these. So we got 60 logs. Well, 60 plus 20 logs. So I'm going to have to dig more of that out. And keep going down until I get well below negative 100. But meanwhile, what we need is... Oh, that's fast. It's faster than I would have expected. I have to figure out a whole bunch of things, like what happens if I keep tunneling in this direction? Where does it eventually come out? Do we want to do something else? So there's a lot to do here. In fact, I think I'll do that right now. If I dig this way, I know where it'll come out. But if I dig this way, I don't. And I'll see where, if at all, it comes out anywhere. So that's what we're going to do. The rest of this time spent, then I'm going to end the stream. Oh, you know what the problem might be? What the problem might be with the breaking block graphic is it may be that I'm not using transparency here, and that was what I had originally intended to do for the Minecraft, and then Minecraft just added it on in a different way than through transparency. I mean, that transparency it obviously keeps. So I'm thinking that maybe what it needs to do is it needs to move this. Maybe I need to make it a special transparency. So that's a thought here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. 10. Elephant. 12, 13. I don't have anything else here, so I have to use one of these. And this comes out here, so that's good. What is this in a cave? That's weird. There's another one that goes to the surface. And it goes back down that way again. That's all this is going to have to be, is just looking around in different caves, looking all over the place until we find... until we find what's stable. Well, this is just ridiculous. I didn't need to go very far to find that stuff. Oh! No damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. I thought it was more. That was more than that. Yep, got turned around again. It's just too much the same thing. This is where I need to go. So I keep going this way and it'll come out the other end. Well, I might as well make this back entrance something to behold, or something that eventually we could behold, so I can have something here. Once we can start making stairs, it'll be better, but yes, sir. I think I traveled that way at one point, but I was doing most of my traveling. You see, here's the tree, which I've cut down, and the leaves are, most of the leaves are still there, kind of thing. So you know how that goes. I was going to clear this out, but I really don't need to right now. Also, I don't want to use so much slate, and I don't want to use so much limestone. Oop, what did I just press? Oh, it was E. Yeah, I definitely got to fix this, fix the transparency on that graphic, and I need to return it to 16 by 16. I have it at 64 by 64. I wouldn't mind using 64 size textures. I really wouldn't, but there's a lot more textures in this. Although maybe Minecraft has more textures, but it's other stuff that's in other dimensions. Ooh, wonder what we're going to do for other dimensions in the future. That would be something. Oh, I keep doing that and then I turn away. Damn it! All right. Make this a 3 high, obviously. Don't like the so-called claustrophobia either. So, Chisel Quest will continue next episode, and I'll be very, very grateful when this happens. We're going to start digging down. I don't know how we can dig down in a good way. there just hasn't been any sign of anything. It's like I'm just being very unlucky, I suppose. Maybe I'm being very unlucky, but I'm also being very practical about doing this. I want to have the base where it is, regardless. It was near where we started. As I said before, we started over there. And this will take shape and look more like a building. Right now it just looks like a wall, which is kind of silly. So, we're done. I want to thank you guys for watching. And then we'll see you next time. Whenever that is. I hope it's not another 2 weeks. That's kind of annoying. But these things take time to prepare and to do things about. And so we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.